Everything is Hein's favorite. He called Hein to sit next to him and put the best food in front of Hein. Hein wants to go out. You can't even watch her walk. So I took the trailer and drove Heine. On the way, Heroine is constantly thanking her mother-in-law for her. The mother-in-law couldn't hold back her tears, and Hong's mother had just gone to a cafe, still confidently pulling out her credit card as I forgot that my card was frozen. In the end, because there was no money to pay, mother-in-law came in to see this. You can withdraw the money and pay for it. Thank you anyway. You don't have to thank me. Are you going to give me coffee? Then Hong's mother went to the orchard. It was the first time she had to do this. So, as simple as tying Riz back. What you did wasn't done. After I finished, Hong's mother was too tired to breathe. Everyone else can pack 4,000 paychecks a day. 300,001 at the end. You can only pack 70 bags. Except for the coffee. It's only 1,000 set that night. It was the first time I saw her eat so well. I ate a lot of them and wanted to eat more. After eating, she went to bed to sleep. Since a long time ago, Hong also you don't have to take set. They also sleep so well. At this time, Hong also came to them talk direct. She's been investigating Riz VI for tax evasion. It was only for personal, standing behind destroying the happiness of a wide range of crimes. It was too much to put her in jail. She is afraid of being raped. Just tell them your grandfather's news. Because her lover and her husband just had a fight. That's why it's so still. Move your grandfather somewhere, and the mistress just left. I asked my grandmother to help me. Hein was threatened by UL. He also returned to the grocery who knew the news and immediately chased. The evening I heard, I'm counting leaves to see if Heroine likes me. Counting to the end is not like he pulled out a branch in his pocket. Then count again until you count the last card. I just started laughing. I don't know. Heroine is standing in the room listening to your confession. I love you, Heroine. The next day Hein went to the press conference that the song stood on the platform. Hein will return to Queens, but his chance to get rid of the bad rumors. It was Hein's turn to speak. Hein stand read according to the bottom prompt. He's ready. The situation suddenly changed. He raped me. He threatened to slander and take Baek Hyun Woo. My husband and former legal director went to jail. I have the recording as evidence, and I can't go back to my place as a director of Queen's department store because I've been diagnosed and I'm not going to live very long. Hein finally said out words of love. Are you okay? I loved you from the first time I met you until now. I still love you. Heroine just didn't want to take advantage of his weakness to intimidate. You mentioned your illness right away. At the press conference, Hong stood below looking at Heroine without holding back tears. Two people with 4 eyes are about to walk towards each other, but the heroine just took. Then the disease recurs. You go to a place where there, then find the figure of Hong and just fall down. Fortunately, she fell into Hagen's lap before in the Hein recreates every moment with Hong. You can't keep flashing like that, because you still have a lot to say to your husband, even though Hong and she are divorced, but you've never hated Hong before. I can hear you standing outside the doors. I love you, or I know you love me. For there is the love of Hong that she had an extra source of motivation. Hong was taken to the emergency room very quickly. Hong stood outside the hospital room. That tears don't stop falling. Now the whole family rushed to the hospital. The whole family looked at Hein lying on the hot. They heard each other cut. Then, the doctor explained Hein's situation to his family. When Hong's mother heard it, it was like lightning. She turned to her son-in-law at South. Hide the illness of Heroine. Hagen is silent right now. Hong's father understood. I interrupted Hong's mother. We're not qualified to say that. Hong blames himself for being I don't know if my daughter is sick. He called the doctor, described in detail the medical condition of Heroine. The doctor, if you have a tumor, the cloud will spread out like this. Tumor is very difficult. Hong's mother finished listening to her limbs and felt. Hong's father recollected when Heroine would then think about leaving him. He also fell down and couldn't stand up. She came to comfort her sister-in-law. She also advised her sister-in-law, treat Heroine well. Avoid later regret not being in, but my sister-in-law doesn't care. Now remember, my daughter actually told me you've got a big problem. At that, she told Hein something she couldn't handle. Good, what do you need to worry about? There was another time when Hein fainted. I think my daughter is doing too much. Hong's mother remembered it very regretfully. Who right now, he was hanging his head by the hospital bed. Just sit there until morning. Now my brother comes in. You blame it all on me for getting sick. You're going to get this charm back to suppress my spirit. You think you hurt yourself? Then furiously tore the talisman. Heroine wakes up right away. I'm glad to say the spell worked. Soon enough, I tore myself up. I told my brother to get out quickly, get the doctor and everyone, then happily go to the Heroine party. Are you okay? I love you. From the first time I met you and I've always loved you. I'm sorry I couldn't treat you right. I'm sorry for a little more, for leaving me alone in your weird house. In fact, in my heart, I seem to have planned. I want a divorce. To be honest, I've had enough patience, so it's not cool. Don't you care what I'm doing? If you die without saying these words, I will never know your heart. Because I don't know when I'm going to die. So keep, I prayed 1,000 times before last night. I pray more than my age combined. I said if you die, I won't do anything. That I'll cry every day drinking a lot of wine. Always sleeping on the road to live a life without. It's called prayer, it's a threat. I'm not going to die. I absolutely won't let you go. The heartless mother. I regret not paying attention to girls before. That's why my daughter has this evil disease. I can't die, I'm wrong. Hein has finally woken up. Everyone around you cares a little bit. I don't want to comfort you. Don't worry. You know a lot of top doctors. I'm sorry. Is there anything worth apologizing for? It's not because I'm sick, Dad. She swallowed back her tears. But the heart hurts like heroin. I found out you're not here. Who found his mother-in-law hiding under the Never stop. My mother said she didn't deserve to be a mother. My daughter is sick without knowing it. He poured the pain of losing his son on her. Every time I push my daughter away. It's all because you put invisible pressure on. That's why you got sick. Or print up behind the door to hear these words of my mother. Because I don't blame myself. She explained. This disease has no cure. If you had a daughter like you. I'm also very upset, so it's not my fault. Hey, Ina, Goku knows that too. Go out and close the door. Let both of you have your own. The mother asked Han if her daughter was in pain. She also prayed the heroine wouldn't have to die. She knows she's guilty. I hope my daughter can give me a chance to be able to make up for what's wrong with the mother. I'm sorry, the secretary also visited Hein not long after. You says I'll just be Hein's own secretary. As a secretary, the others are just paths, so please Hein must come back. I want to hug you today. Because you tried to wake up. Afternoon heroine read the article. You're the naive woman of the century. The wife is divorced, but still married to her ex-husband. And I feel very happy wearing it. Even if it's just tab, but still makes me feel warm. Said a heroine spotted to people behind her looking at her. You think they feel sorry for you. So I want you to sprinkle some when in front of others. Hangyu is also. I sat down and looked at her with passion. Face the love of Hangyu. It makes you nervous too. How long have you been looking at me with those eyes? Your left hand is free like this. This beautiful couple, it's certainly attracted a lot of admiring eyes. Right now the dog is also going to the hospital. Then Ra was Hein's appointment to see him. Hein directly mentioned that he was pressuring the source. If you want to find a new director, afraid that's hard to support just based on his stake. I thought Hein was worried about me. Hein continued. If you dare to mess with me, you have 7 that I called you just to talk about this. She explained that it was because I like that you can't look at it. That's why he did it. I know very well. Thank you though. When I was in trouble, you helped me. The results were deep. You're the one who always gets me in trouble. You pushed me down the hole, and then you pulled me. Who dares to like you? When the Grace left, he met with Hangyu. He even told Hangyu to leave Hein. You can make any conditions. Hangyu can't help it anymore. I want to give Yoon-sung a fight, but in the end, I didn't miss it. I can't believe Yoon-sung go attack Hangyu from behind, but he despises Hangyu a bit. This time Hangyu doesn't care anymore. Give him a fight and tell him to stay away from Heiress, and I'll be with you forever. As long as you're here, Yoon-sung doesn't get a chance to do anything here. When my sister-in-law reads them, you call Cho Yoon-sung right away. My sister-in-law is worried. My sister-in-law got sick. In short, you can't forget your husband. She asked her husband to get medicine. Try calling me for all this shit. I'll drop him. Hein's illness recurred, causing her to pick. She climbed into you. They left because they wanted to chase Hein. Through who I didn't hesitate to hit the roadside barriers. Moment Hangyu saw Hein in Ul-sung's car. I'm not crying because of jealousy. It's pity for you, because it's getting worse. She finally found her grandfather, but I found out he had lost his memory. You don't recognize your daughter anymore. Then she was kicked out by her mistress. Soon after, his mistress brought him home. She hired a whole crew of photographers just to color in public. It's like she's the best guardian. He even invited the top executive to come. He looks after you in front of everyone. And then he started criticizing the senior, not controlled the last time this directly affects the company's stock. To avoid the incident happening again, she asked, later, when people hand over the project, I have to show it to you first. The directors, though they all have opinions, no one dares to take risks when. Hein and Hangyu also found out about the double contract in Hong Sung's resort investment. There's also a giant discovery. That is, they still haven't found Mr. Main's secret money. Then Hangyu asked his lawyer friends, let's find out where this money is hidden. The day heroine was looking for her secretary to you else cancel bringing back Mrs. Because I want to keep there looking for the president's secret money. How much is the secret amount? 900 billion won. A few days before Heroine was released, the family decided to take each other out for. This time Hong's father also personally grilled me. My brother saw that, also took the scissors in Father Hook's hand. Her mother-in-law asked Han, how many white blood cells you can go to Germany for, or print answer must fall into 410,000 to be enough. Hong's mother also knows how to care. She asked, how many white blood cells did you have last time you went to Germany? 1,500. The whole family feels so low. But who said it's gone up to 3,000 this week? We still need 1,000 more. That's not. I just need to try a little more. This is not like testing. It takes effort to get a high score. Then my bold mother Hong studied it. In fact, it's just between physical and immune. She created a special recipe for Han. He said he would cook you delicious meals every day. This is also you feel the love of your family. My brother even made a barbecue for me. The who next to you doesn't stop feeding. I didn't forget to wipe mine. Han feels he is the happiest. After going home, Hong-woo redrying Cho Han. This time it was much more in hand. Hong-woo told Han to be greedy for a bit. No matter what I want you to do, I will also agree unconditionally. But Han says that just having you by his side is I want to treat you better. That's my wish. The next day Hong-woo brought her grandmother to. He told everyone in the house about the Mander having the secret money. It's very likely that the money is hidden in the water. My grandmother gave up and told me everything you can hear in from her. Lovers and swingers and let the whole Hong family become. Wholesalers need a large warehouse to break into for not letting my brother hide his head. She said you were from China. I don't know Korean. Boss, don't give coriander. I don't understand Chinese. Don't give me coriander and my food. My child's majesty. Go translate your shit. I want to go see the. Here you are in charge of holding the enemy so that Hong-woo can break into the office. Not long ago Heroine and Hong-woo healed. Han found out this is where the money. They went to buy lemons to launder money. At this point, the police. Oh, I am also going to go to the warehouse. You've seen it long enough. So she decided to get everyone out first. When Hong-woo and Heroine out, then it just rained. Hong-woo immediately took off his shirt and put it on Heroine. Tell her to stand there waiting for you. I just went to get my car. Heroine starts quick face. Then a man's body appear in front of her. That person is Yoon Soo. But because so Heroine was mistaken for Hong-woo. So you just get in your car. Suddenly, there was a car trying to chase him. Arin, be sure why someone is following you. Don't worry about me cutting him in half. He wants to run away from the hungover. Finally Hong-woo crashed through the roadblocks. He stopped Yoon Soong's car, and then the guy in the car gets off. For in the new gradually look out that person is Hong-woo. The man sitting next to her is Yoon Soong. Han, you leave your husband alone. Go to dinner with another man. Han doesn't want to let Hong-woo worry because my illness got worse. She lied about wanting to go with Yoon Soong to visit me. Even though Hong-woo looked out she was trying to hide him. But it's true that you want to visit him. Han asked if he wanted to go with Han, but Yoon Soong is interrupting to say that Han is invited. So Hong-woo only agreed, and then went to pick up Han. So Han gets in Yoon's car and drives off. The two people's eyes slowly drifted apart, or look at you with regret. And Hong-woo is endlessly worried, but suddenly Hong-woo was hit with a stick and fainted. Turns out it's the killer Ul Soong called. When I woke up, my hands and feet were tied up. Tears started brainwashing him. If he drops you, not only did he not, but on the contrary, they have a weakness. They will eventually become criminals. Go to state dinner. The killer is also suspicious. He called Cho Soong. Pretend to say you've dealt with everything. I can't believe it's exactly what Gamu said. He said he should stay away and don't rush to contact. Turn off the power when finished. It's subscribed when the killer calls back. If criminals fall for revenge, if you run away, the punishment will be you have to open at least 20 calendars. Don't drop me now. I only have to open 3 books for fraud. If I help you reconcile with a landowner, things could be better. So Hong-woo didn't just successfully brainwash, but also to draw more people to his side. I don't know right now. Betrayed by his subordinates, he wanted to keep Hein for dinner. I took out Hein's childhood necklace. He said he was the one who saved her. Then there's more wind. As a child, Hein drowned, and he saved her. The purpose of it was to make Hein feel the gratitude of saving his life. They say you two are set by fate. After listening to Hein, but there was no feeling for him. Because you have only one husband in your heart. That's Hong-woo. After dinner, he kept his promise. Take her to see the Mander. When I saw my grandfather, it hurt so much. She stole the recording pen he gave her. Then tell me when you will be back. Then record it in this pen. Then I heard my lover's voice outside. Scolded the Soong. Why did I let you in there? When she was about to leave, the Mander pulled her back. He told Hein, if there is a war, remember to hide in the basement. At the time, I didn't understand the meaning of that statement. After going out, Hein met his mistress. Fortunately, you are alive. That's what you call a little power. So you have to take good care of him anyway. Since when have your family's feelings improved? You don't accept your relatives for a few times and win it back and forth. That's why I'm so lucky that you let us suffer a little. My family's been feeling so good lately, but I didn't mean to thank you or leave when you're done. But when you get out, you don't remember the way out. You go around for it. I finally met Honey, but she wasn't sure it was her husband. You are afraid of getting it wrong. Fuck Hangyu is you, Sao. Yes, I see you injured again. Hangyu said you can have ABA, so don't worry about me. I see you like to show it. You are the hunchback. Now look through the camera. I can see the two of you. He called angrily for questioning. Sao not handle Hangyu. At this point, he realized that he had been. This is the most generous mother-in-law in history. First time daughter-in-law came out. Say, after marriage, it is best not to see each other. Whatever it is, go to your mother or go on a trip or something. Don't have a birthday party for your parents. This will create a burden for you. If you feel guilty, send a message. It's okay to show affection. My mother-in-law said she didn't like to see her daughter-in-law as a girl. As a girl, you can beat her up, but cannot arbitrarily. I love people's homes. You can't even scold half a sentence. This is the mother-in-law relationship. There's one more important. Your own son has a lot of bad habits. If you are married, she has no return. If there's a problem, solve it. It is not returned. He started telling the story. As soon as my wife is in class, she was voted the best woman to marry. After hearing this, he started to remember his wife. After that, he took me abroad. Every day we have to live in fear. Every day she suffers from her boyfriend's violence. And then he said it would kill him. So he decided to sneak his son back to the country. Hangyu took the heroin back to the room he rented. The password is also 1031 heroin. Immediately, it's the due date of our first child. Hein curious back Sao Hangyu back out sofa sleep. Hangyu explained that you sleep well wherever you are. Hein started playing jealous. Not like you. Not a day after the divorce has she slept. Hangyu countered, I hear narrow space for ventilation. More importantly, you're not here. It's not without you that I'm freer than Sao. There is no time to imagine. What if this was our wedding home? If I'm here to argue with you, there is no place to hide. That time would have loved it. Then Hangyu personally into the kitchen cooking. Cho Hein also did not forget to praise you for cooking. He is handsome and gets the job. Even if you are pregnant 100 times, you still. I know how to make your heart beat like crazy. I woke up in the morning and I was still sleeping. I can't help but touch your cheek. Hangyu woke up and hugged her. He took her to what was considered a love in the village. I'll take the ring. Can you get a divorce? Marriage can make you feel more pressure. So can I withdraw my divorce? Or put the ring on and take it off? You tell me the truth. I got the wrong person last night. I was wrong to look at you. It shows that your illness has worsened. It's not a dream, it's a reality. I can't decide anything now. So I can't promise anything. I'm sorry. He went to the village to find Suteo. You gave back all the money you stole. At the same time, get on your knees. She admitted at first that she wanted to live to deceive Sukyo's feelings. When Hong's mother constantly cried, he stood up to protect his wife and children. You can't just love your wife. It was only now that Dahi realized the person you care about. I am also Sucheo. She refused to go back to her ex. He stole the ring you gave him. And he still remembers. Wrong his ring garbage cut diamond round. Suddenly I heard Hangyu open the door. Hein couldn't even return the ring. Hangyu is coming. Sorry, Hein. I shouldn't be putting pressure on you right now. You said you pay for the ring. If you listen to the 2 words return the ring, you're about to go out and turn around. What do you want? I just want to see it. I find the design strange. So I like the ring. I know these are the right ones for you. I also have eyes that look at. I admit it. But that's it. There's no other way. Don't understand my actions. But I just looked a little bit Sao that finished right? Just take a look. I've analyzed it and I'm out. Who saw the cute hero and go crazy? I didn't return the ring. Put it in the old place. If you want to analyze trends, just come now. Hein ran back and still hear the sound of Hangyu. I was ashamed to let Hun see through my mind. In the evening the whole family began their sure. The secret money you made is hidden in the house. Suddenly Hein remembered his last sentence. If there is a war, remember to hide in the basement. Hong's father also remembers you need a mention of a basement. But no one's been there yet. Fugu suspects secret is hidden in the elevator. The elevator at your house, different from the elevators of other courts. Yingsun has been hired now. A whole professional survey team. That elevator has a 2-way door. The wall behind here is actually another door. The front door of the elevator opens into the family room. According to the behind the wall, there is actually another space. That place is shelter. In fact, my grandfather is wait for the nanny to come out. You all secretly spit and then put it in another tube. He made plans for revenge every day. Until one day she was discovered from the beginning. That's why you came to my house. Do you think I like you so much that I'm scary? She threatened you, told you where to, or will it make you live by dying in the evening? Mauled suddenly woke up. He left a recording and then rolled himself down the stairs and ended the next day. I saw a group of people gathered at the front door. It was only after hearing that the manor had Dad, who you dare not. When you open the white tile, your whole head is cut. Everybody save him. Brother, you think of a way to go. My hands are still warm. Why is this what this is about? Funeral day for Mr. Mole. It was also the day when her lover lost. The whole family sent him away for the last. He looked at Hein sitting next to him. He took off his gloves and held her. Comfort you in silence. When I came home to see my lover, she said she had lost all rights. Pack your bags and leave. Standing in the elevator, I suddenly noticed there was a button. I pressed my hand. Of course, another door opened. The whole family saw the scene, surprised each other. In the end of The Queen of Tears, two housewives are looking at Han's childhood photos. Mother Han told, my grandmother married when Hagen joined the 6th Marine Children's Camp. I once saved a drowning girl. It turns out that the one who saved Hein when he drowned was Han. She arrogantly dropped the ring on her hand. Your illness is about to be saved. He also said Hein should not regret it. Hein told me the way. He's the director of Queen's. What I hate the most is the return style. After the manor died, the Hein family, he also discovered his secret room. Unfortunately, they were a step on the soil of the vestige of the. This proves that the mistress is out of 900 billion won. Then she looked back at the videos he made when he was. Then I discovered this secret room. Then the whole family came. I asked her where she transferred the money, but she's yelling at the whole family. He died, and in the eyes of the whole family, there was only the woman who threw her out. Immediately got out of here, but she's dead and she won't go. She said she's a legal resident. Unless there is an official document. When the whole family doesn't notice, sneaking into his room, he found the recording pen. His last words were, I love you all. I'm sorry, everyone. He's spent his whole life trying to make. He also used all means to hide them. I couldn't carry it before and hid the whole family. Listen to the words to pay this high price. At the whole family is in after the burial. Han thought of himself. It feels like a rehearsal for my death. After the whole family will be all alone and cold in the ground. Han Woo finished listening to the pain. I don't know what to do to save Hein. Hein also has countless reasons to want to live on, but there are numbers you can't decide. At this time, the mistress also brought the fix. There's a mountain of cash inside. Your mother's plan worked. Back home, I got a call from a German doctor. The doctor said Hein had a chance of survival. You will lose your memory. Let's talk about this for the whole family. With Hein's personality, you'd rather die than lose your memory. So the whole family decided Hein's evening was very emotional. I can't believe I still have a chance to live. Hugo hugged Hein tightly and there's a dozen thoughts in my head. Of course I'm glad Hein was saved. But thinking about how you're going to lose your mind and wake up in the morning, Hein feels like sleeping in your arms. It's very comfortable. Then she asked you to come out today. To go around somewhere because to keep these beautiful moments. Where did who go to take a picture? Hein said, I was to focus on work before. Wait until after the surgery, you will go out and enjoy life more. When you two are resting, Hein said he had 3 secrets. Before the surgery, I want to tell you everything. First is the music player. I picked it up at school. It's yours. Above is your name sign. Hanwoo couldn't believe the girl he hit by love is sitting right next door. He said he remembered what Hanko was wearing the first time. What to wear to your hair. Since then, I have been fascinated. Even when you go to bed, you dream of. I feel like a lover in a dream. This is the fate that has been determined. You are the lover of my dreams. It is also the fate of my life. I thought your next trip would be without me. I will file for divorce at your request. Goku happily hugged the heroine tightly and I told you not to regret it for the rest of your life.